Hi Gemini, this is going to be your reading for the last half of May 2018. For your reading, I've decided to use the Rider-Waite Tarot, and I've also pulled a Psychic Oracle card for you, and I'm also using the Romance Oracle cards. So Gemini, the first card we have here at the center is the Emperor. Now, you know, the Emperor is the person, he's the type of person that's in control, okay? You know, he's the head of the house, he takes charge. You know, he is the one that rules his empire. He can be controlling, he can be domineering, okay? Sometimes to the excess. It may be that you're dealing with somebody that is coming across too controlling or domineering. It may be that this, you know, is some characteristics that you've been displaying lately. It may be that you need to take on some of these characteristics, okay, and may need to, you know, put your foot down in some area of your life. It is said with the Emperor that sometimes it can be a father figure. It can be somebody that is much older to you. Sometimes the Emperor could be somebody that you may go to, you know, to talk to for like wise counsel. So, you know, it can be any of those. Now, with the past coming through, though, we do have the Death card. Now, the Death card can talk about endings and new beginnings, but it can also talk about changes and transformations. You know, this is obviously something that's still needing to take place, or this process is, you're still going through this process, or somebody else around you is, because, and I don't feel it's so much talking about an ending here. I do feel it's talking about how there is some change that is needed, either within a relationship or in regards to how somebody is behaving. And if change is, you know, if somebody brings in this change, then maybe some area of your life you will start to see a transformation. The cards at the present is the Chariot. Now, the Chariot is the victory card in the major arcana, and you know, it is the card about there being forward movement here. But you know, always what I feel with that is that the two sphinxes at the front, they need to both be going in the same direction, okay? But this could be a forward movement that you are hoping for or wanting. It could be here to signify that this energy is going to start to take place at the end of May. It may be forward movement, you know, in any area of your life. But we do have the Two of Cups next to it. So I'm kind of feeling that this is talking about some form of forward movement here within a relationship. So as I said, we've got the Two of Cups here in your advice position. Now, the Two of Cups to me talks about a personal relationship. And it talks about how, you know, both people are focused on the relationship and on each other. And the Two of Cups is about there being, you know, an equal offering here of, you know, kindness, love, respect, all of that type of thing. The thing is, it may be here to suggest that that's been slightly out of balance, or that maybe there has been some difficulties that you've been having within a relationship. And like I said, change is what's needed here in order to get things moving forward. It may be you've been dealing with somebody that has been a bit domineering or too controlling with that Emperor there. That may not necessarily be you. It could be somebody else. Now, in your environment, we do have the Seven of Cups. And while this card can talk about choices, and maybe for some of you, you know, you have got some choices to make here. It may be choices about whether to stay in this relationship or whether to walk away. I don't really feel that we're talking about choices in regards to you having other choices in terms of partners. And if you're in a relationship, I don't feel it's talking about that in regards to your partner. It could be for some of you that you've got to stop, you know, fantasizing here, because the Seven of Cups can be about illusions and fantasies and needing to be more realistic here and needing to deal with the facts. You know, maybe some of you have, you know, with the illusion aspect of the Seven of Cups, have been, you know, hoping that somebody is going to change, you know, and change the way that they've been behaving, especially if somebody has been controlling here. In your hopes and fears, we do have the Six of Pentacles. And this can be a card about compromise. It can be a card about there being an equal offering of give and take here, making sure that the scales are balanced. You know, and I just get this feeling that maybe you've been doing more of the giving and somebody has been doing more of the taking, okay? This Emperor at the center there, I really don't feel this is talking about you. I do feel it's talking about somebody else and the way that they've been behaving. So with the Six of Pentacles here, you know, maybe some of you are fearing that you're not going to get this equal give and take here. Maybe some of you are hoping, you know, that can be brought into this relationship. And maybe that's what the change, that's where the change is needed within this relationship. Maybe for some of you, you do feel as though your partner is just treating you as an option. That could be a possibility here as well. Now, moving down to your outcome, we do have the Hermit. And the Hermit, you know, is the card about soul searching. He can't get the answers that he's searching for from somebody else. He needs to go within himself here to think, to reflect. And as I said, to go through this period of soul searching, thinking deeply about what it is that he wants, how he wants things to be, you know, maybe what changes are needed, whatever. The next card I got was the Queen of Wands. Now, I don't normally mention the signs of the major arcanas, but we do have the Emperor here, which is the card for Aries, and then we've got the Queen of Wands here. So some of you definitely could be dealing with a fire sign, quite possibly an Aries, but we have got the Queen of Wands here. Maybe some it's a Leo or a Sag, okay? Again, I don't think this Queen of Wands is talking about your energy. I think this is in reference to somebody else here. You know, the Queen of Wands, she can also be quite controlling and demanding on a bad day. She's very determined. She can be very independent. When she sets her sights on something, you know, she doesn't give up. Maybe for some of you, this Queen of Wands is describing you, but I just feel with the Emperor being here as well, that both of these cards are talking about, you know, another person here. Then we've got the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups, you know, it is referred to as wish fulfillment. It's referred to as, you know, emotional contentment here. Sometimes, though, with the Nine of Cups, there is that warning to be careful, that sometimes what you wish for, when you finally get it, you end up not wanting it, or it ends up not being what you thought it was going to be, okay? Which could come back here to illusions and fantasies. And the final card is the Hierophant. Now, again, the Hierophant can be somebody that you could go to, okay? You know, it can be a card of a spiritual, of a teacher, of a mentor, somebody, you know, in spiritual enlightenment. Also, the Hierophant, you know, he unlocks the truth to things. So by doing that, it brings us freedom, okay? The Hierophant can also be a card about marriage and tradition, doing something the right way, the way it's expected to be. You know, it could be for some of you suggestive of, you know, a more deeper commitment within a relationship. With the Hermit there's definitely going to be some soul searching, okay, that I think you're going to go through in this last part of May. For me, it's definitely talking about a relationship that you may want to move forward. Maybe you want this deeper connection with this person. But I think there may be some questions here over what the other person is offering you. And, you know, as I said, whether the scales here are evenly balanced. Now, your Psychic Tarot card is also a major arcana, and it says New Beginnings. Now, this card is equivalent to the Fool card. And, you know, with the Death card being here, this also, as I said, can suggest a new beginning, okay? So it may be that an old way of doing something within a relationship needs to come to an end here for there to be a new beginning. The new beginning, as I said, being equivalent to the Fool, is about taking that leap of faith. And your Romance Oracle card, if you can see it, is called Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So, you know, maybe this is just a separate message for some of you. There's obviously an attraction here between you and somebody else. And maybe you do just need to be in the moment a little bit more to be able to appreciate that attraction, or to draw in that, you know, as the card said, you attract romantic love. Maybe you need to stop, you know, over fantasizing and, you know, and just enjoy the moment fully here. But anyway, Gemini, that is your reading for the last part of May. I hope it resonates, and thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.